Welcome back to another RuneScape update. We're starting today with mini menu improvements. You can now simply hover over options in the menu to get a new pop-up sub-menu, and if you don't like that, you can select the old rub or teleport options to access the traditional one. Then we have a quality of life improvement for the bank. In both the bank screen and the deposit box menu, you can now lock individual slots. This means that when you hit deposit all, your locked slots won't be accidentally banked. You can visit the new deposit lock settings menu to toggle them on. They've also updated the layout of the deposit box to align with the inventory, making depositing items much easier. And they moved the deposit worn items button further away to prevent some misclicks. And if you're tired of the deposit box asking how many items to deposit whenever you use items on it, you can now enable a setting to skip the item quantity check and always deposit everything in one go. Moving on now, this is the last that you will hear about Leagues 5 as it has officially come to a close. You can head over to the Lumbridge Courtyard and check out the League's first board if you fancy that, or check out their Discord High Scores Leagues leaderboard, or you can just head off Old School for your yearly burnout break now that your 8 weeks League session is finally finished. There's a couple of notes today on the League's rewards though. To place your new deck, you'll have to right click an empty hotspot, select build and pop into the build menu. Apparently that's been causing some confusion. Some rewards will now also only affect one piece of furniture, like the Spirit Tree Scroll, while in past leagues you could slap the kit on everything of that type in your player-owned house. They implemented this change to allow you more customization in your home, and there are a couple of reward bugs fixes to talk about too. They've restored the stats of the Virtus mask. Additionally, it will no longer appear as the Batman floating head in the chat box. They've added the functionality to remove the Raging Echo scrolls from the player-owned house furniture. The Echo Venator Bow Ornament Kit and the Echo Spirit Tree Scroll are now marketable via the GE. There is now a rotation option for player-owned house spirit trees, accessed by using a spade on the tree. Raging Echo's Relic Hunter sets are now storable in the player-owned house armor stand. The Virtus Ornament Kit outfit is now storable in the Magic Wardrobe. They fixed a bug where the goblin decorations would not change the appearance of specific player-owned house items. The Venator Bow has a new projectile that more closely matches the one in the concept art. Players are now redirected to the Spirit Tree in their player-owned house when using the Fairy Ring teleports, instead of being teleported to the Fairy Ring due to the Raging Echo override. And Aram's Ornament Kit can now be used on an Aram staff, and purchasing Aram's kits from the reward shop will now provide 4 kits rather than 3 to match this. For anyone who bought a set of kits from the reward shop before this update, an extra kit will be added to your bank at some point post-update, and that is Leagues 5 over and done with completely. Moving on to the other changes that have been included in today's game update. They've updated the side panel tabs to match the player's side panel transparency settings. Further changes to the Chamber of Xerix points have been made to prevent mega scale boosting. Personal points are no longer capped at 131,071 points during the raid, while regular loot reward rules are still capped at that. The Guildmaster Jane now speaks fewer lines of dialogue when she rewards you for completing a contract and offers you another one. They fixed non-functional options for equipping Trailblazer tools on the bank menu. They updated the menu ordering for certain items, including Jorkan's Medallion, to prioritise key actions over the use option. And they recently rolled out their latest mobile and client update, which included a fix for mini menus that sometimes inadvertently showed right-click menu options when left-clicking. The PvP rota has moved to Period A, 539 is your PvP world, 318 is your Bounty Hunter world, 548 is your high-risk PvP world, 577 is your free-to-play PvP world, and 559 is LMS competitive. Worlds 390 and 569 have been deactivated, and the PvP arena is using Zerker loadouts in ranked duels and tournaments this week. And that is all for today. I'll see you next week with another RuneScape update.